What's up, Facebook? Alright, so as we know, my videos tend to like to go blurry, so we're trying two different things today. So, we're trying a blue wall instead of a white wall, because sometimes I think that's the problem. I'm going to try to move my hands less, which I'm doing already, but maybe outside of the camera. And then we're off of my internet at my house and on to Wi-Fi. So, cross your fingers that this is going to work for me. So, when you guys jump on, give me a hello, give me a hi. I don't know about any of you, but I'm a little bit frustrated that it's December 19th and I have on a tank top and I'm pretty comfortable outside. Like, I know the sun is amazing, I know we need vitamin D, but you guys, it's December, it's Colorado, and we're supposed to have snow. So, when you jump on, give me a hi, give me a hello, tell me where you're watching from. I don't know what it's telling me. It says try another way of going live during your broadcast. I don't know what that means, but whatever. Okay, so what do I want to talk about today? Two things. 3 years ago, this was one of the longest days of my life because I was getting induced. So we had Skylar tomorrow, 3 years ago, and we knew we were getting induced, and so they don't take you until 10 o'clock at night. So talk about a day of anticipation. It could have been anxiety, but really that's the same feeling. So it was the anticipation of when do we get to go in? How's this going to go? Is it going to be less than my first labor, which was like 36 hours? Yeah, so it was a really long day of trying to get through that day. But Sky came 24 hours later. Funniest thing ever, we were watching Elf. Well, I had her, so like I would push and then we'd watch Elf. Then we'd push and I'd watch Elf. So I'll probably watch Elf tomorrow. But so what do I want to talk about tonight or today, you guys? I just have this burning like desire in my soul right now for you guys that you never, ever, ever have to set a New Year's resolution that, hey Brandon, that has to do with health, well, not with health, you can do health ones, but that has to do with weight loss, that has to do with body image, that has to do with, you know, your relationship with food. So you guys know what I've been through. You know how much it's changed me. And I just, you know, I think about when we come into resolution season, how many people, and we own a gym, so we see this all the time, right? How many people are like, okay, this is going to be the year. This is going to be the year that I lose that 10 pounds. This is going to be the year that I lose that 100 pounds. This is going to be the year that, like, I finally take control of it. This is going to be the year, right? And then you start with the best intentions and you're like, all right, I'm going to change my actions, and you do for a brief amount of time. And then you end up back where you were, right? And then you're like, oh, maybe next year, why am I a failure? And then you go back into that whole scenario. And I just really, really want you guys, my mom just sent me a cute picture of Skylar sleeping. Sorry. Like, my goal for you guys is that instead of setting that resolution, instead of trying to do the quick fix, instead of trying to act your way out of whatever's going on in your life, that you take a different approach, that you come and you join the beta group for flow, and that you actually step into what's going on. You actually learn how to feel into your body again. You start to understand why you self-sabotage. You start to see why you've done those things in the past. You bring awareness, you bring observance, and then we get to grow, and then we get to change, and then you never have to do that again. Like, I've never been a resolution person, because I know that, like, 99% of them fail. But to me, it was like, why is that the time that I want to change? But always in my head, you guys, always, there was that thing that was like, hell, you know, I talked about this a couple days ago about I always tend to enjoy December a little bit. It's not like I go crazy, but yeah, I do eat more sweets and I do enjoy myself more, and that's fine. And come January, I always kind of want to get back on track. And I want to start putting better food in my body. But there was always that, like, how do I get to that body? How do I get to that, you know, how do I finally get to where I want to be? And the problem was, it was never the body. It was never that. It was the feeling. Like, I was looking for that feeling. The feeling is love. That feeling is love that comes from the inside when you truthfully understand yourself, when you truthfully accept your worth, and you understand that you are 100% exactly what you need to be if you'll just let it come out. You have to let it come out. You have to learn how. So you guys now, like, I legitimately feel like for 25 years of my life, I was walking around like no connection to my body. Everything was here. My brain, my brain, my brain, my brain. How can I think my way out of this? How can I figure my way out of this? What diet? What can I learn? What macros? What can I do to fix this body? Right? Like, I wrote this post that I'll post for you guys today, but I was thinking about it in the shower the other night, and it was like, why are we searching for the perfect body? And then I was like, what does that even mean? Like, what does it even mean to have the perfect body? I never knew that answer. And it didn't matter how close I got to it. It was never there. I never had the feeling, right? So like, whose version of perfect? I had this conversation with my mom today because she's such a perfectionist. And she was like, she's like, I need my house to be perfect. I'm like, why? Whose version of perfect? But that was me. Like, why did I need the perfect body? Why did I think I needed that? It had nothing to do with my body. It had to do with all the other stuff that was going on in my head, and the fact that I was disconnected from feeling, that I was disconnected from my emotions and understanding my life and all of those things. And so, you know, the post I wrote was like, what's going to happen when you get that perfect body? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen when you get that perfect body or that 10 pounds or whatever that you thought you needed. Nothing is going to happen because you didn't change it from the inside. You didn't change the beliefs. You didn't change your value system on who you are and how much love you're giving yourself. It doesn't matter what that thing is you're trying to change. None of it is going to change until you change from the inside. And guess what? Emotional weight is a reflection, or physical weight is an emotional, good grief, you guys. Physical weight is a reflection of emotional weight, okay? Maybe you don't want to hear that. Maybe you're like, I'm fine. I told myself that forever. A mask I put on. Everything's great. Everything's good. It wasn't good. The stuff that was going on in my head, the stuff that was going into my heart, the disconnection I had from myself was not okay, right? And maybe you're feeling that. So if you are feeling that, if this is you, please, 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 please. I have 4 spots left in my program, okay? The point of this program is not for me to make money. The point of this program is for me to help you spend 4 months, invest in yourself for 4 months of time, and really figure out what's going on. Because I promise if you do, every single thing in your life is going to change. For me, everything has changed. I'll give you guys a story. And it's hard because it's how you feel, right? Like I used to walk around in anxiety and overwhelm, and shit would throw me over the edge all the time. I'd wake up at 2:30 in the morning stressing about money, stressing about life, stressing about what I ate, stressing about everything. I was addicted to the struggle. And maybe you are too. And maybe you don't even know it. I didn't know it. Like, I didn't know I was addicted to the struggle. So yesterday, I've been working on my website, which not in my zone of genius, and literally you'll never do this again. But I want it to be good. So I've been working on my website, got my first blog post done, got all this other stuff done, and it won't show the blog post on the page. Everything else is done. I have my first 7-day stuff, like whatever. It's great. I'm getting there. And I was like, it's going to take me 2 hours. It was like 12. And I didn't work out in the morning, which is not normal for me. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to get my workout done. And then I realized that I wanted to make some stuff for Christmas. And so right before I went downstairs, like I changed my clothes. I looked at the deadline to get them here by Christmas. Guess when that deadline was, you guys? Yesterday. So I was like, well, guess I'm going to do that instead because I procrastinated, because that's what I do. That's what I do for Christmas every year. It is what it is. So instead of getting to go do my workout, I did that instead. And I can tell you guys that like a year ago, that would have ruined my day. It probably would have ruined today. It would have made me feel like, oh, I shouldn't have dinner, or I can't have this, or I can't have that, or I've got to make it up today. I've got to do a 2 a day now because I missed yesterday. I would have been angry. I would have been upset. I would have been in overwhelm. I would have just been crappy. And last night I was like, well, I can't do anything about it. So I'm going to turn on a Christmas movie and work on these projects. But like, saying that out loud doesn't really illustrate, because it's hard to unpack your own feelings for other people. That doesn't really illustrate the change, but the change in me was like the calm in my body. I didn't get an overwhelm. I didn't get angry. I didn't take it out on my kids. I was just like, well, that is what it is. Like, I called this program flow for so many reasons, because so many of us don't have flow, right? So many of us are so good at the hustle. Like, guys, I'm a rock star at the hustle. I am not a rock star at flow. I'm getting better. But like, I just watch the world now and I see it from a different angle, and I see so many people just stuck in that place. I just want to help you guys get unstuck, because once you do, there is an amazing world out there. Like, I'm going to get all emotional. Like, it is so different. And you all deserve to feel that way. So whether it's food, whether it's your body, whether it's money and abundance and having those relationships, whatever it is, all you've got to do is get inside of you. You want to be a better athlete? Take flow. You want to learn how to breathe? Take flow. Like, you just need to learn how to get inside of you and know who you are and where you want to go and how you want to get there. And once you start to feel into your body and you start to listen to your intuition and you stop listening to your head and you stop letting it rule your life, everything will change. It will. It just will. So if this speaks to you, and it won't speak to all of you, and that's okay, but if this speaks to you and you're like, you know what? This scares me a lot. Yeah, it should. I was scared to death. I'm still scared sometimes. I do breath work and I get all like, it's gonna be hard. What's gonna come up, right? Like, who cares what comes up? You can handle it, right? What you can't handle is having another year of doing the same thing. Because that feels so terrible. I know it does. I've been there. This is gonna be my year. This is blah, 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 right? Like, don't do the same thing. Because unless you learn how to change the underlying beliefs, you're gonna end up right back where you were. So, if this scares you, if you don't think you can afford it, if whatever, do it anyway. When I signed up for my certification, I guarantee you guys, it was a lot of money and I did not have it. But I was like, I know if I don't do this, I'm missing out on what my body, my heart, and my soul needs. So if this speaks to you, send me a DM. I will give you guys all the details. If you have questions, let me know. But I love you all. Thank you for listening, and I can't wait to see you guys soon. Have a great day.